Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the July edition of the Bincom Dev Center's ICT Career Talk. We have for today on thriving the AI era, sustainable career. AI is transforming the way we work, the way we learn, and solve problems across every industry. As technology continues to evolve, we are going to stay relevant, require more than just technology knowledge. It requires adaptability, continuous learning, critical thinking, and ability to work effectively alongside AI. Today's section will explore the skills, the mindsets, the opportunity that can help us build a resilient and sustainable career in this rapidly changing world. So we have exciting speakers today that are lined up and will share their insights, experiences, and valuable advice that will help you navigate AI era with confidence. Once again, welcome and thank you for joining us today. So I would like to welcome our first speaker. It is with my pleasure that I introduce to you our first speaker, Samena Begum. Samena is a technical lead with over 15 years experience delivering expertise solutions across the aerospace, banking, and healthcare industries. She specializes in software architecture, cloud technologies, full stack development, and leading high-performing engineering teams to build scalable, modern, and digital solutions. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Samena Begum.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. Should I share my screen?
Yes, please. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, give me a second. Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. It's so wonderful for me to be here with all of you. Whether you are joining us live today or watching this video later, thank you for choosing to spend time with me today. Because today I would like to talk about something that influence every career represented in this room, not like just a software engineer or any technology. It's for every profession. Like, we are living through one of the most remarkable periods in human history, right? A time when technology isn't just changing how we work, it's changing what's possible. So, like, every generation actually experiences this kind of defining technological shift. Think about 20 years later, for our parents, it may have been the personal computer, and then come the internet, and then came the smartphones, right? And for professionals like us, like the cloud computing. But and today it's artificial intelligence. Like, whenever a new technology arrives, history tells us it's something interesting. Some people see it as a disruption, but others see it as a good opportunity. So the difference is in our mindset. So so that's why my talk or my presentation is not about like an AI model called ChatGPT or any other latest AI models in the market, or like a prompt engineering. It's a conversation about something much bigger, like how do we thrive in this AI era? Because I truly believe this. AI era will not be remembered for replacing human potential, for sure. It will be remembered for expanding the human potential. So before we get into it, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Samena Begum. Yes, and I work as a principal software engineer with Liberty Mutual currently. Apart from that, I've been mentoring a lot of hackathons and also been a speaker with a lot of IEEE conferences, being an IEEE senior member. And I also been talking about responsible AI in a lot of AI summits. With that being said, let's get into the discussion. So a few years ago, people spoke about like AI as though it was just something waiting around the corner. But today, it's already part of our everyday lives. So AI is not coming; it's already here. When you're watching a movie in Netflix and it recommends your next movie, that's an AI, right? And when we get an alerts from our bank about any suspicious activity, or when we were driving and our navigation app is helping us avoid traffic, that's also an AI. And AI is not only in our day-to-day lives, it's been helping everyone in every industry. So nowadays, doctors even helping with the help of AI identifying disease earlier than before. And students are now learning with like intelligent tutors called AI. Like AI is helping a lot in our educational industry. And most importantly for developer, yes, AI writes code. Yes, I still use AI for our day-to-day coding activity. So whether we realize it or not, AI has quietly become one of the most powerful tools that we have ever created, that human have ever created. Here's what interesting, like we are still at the beginning. We are the people like who are witnessing the earlier chapters of transformation that will shape the careers for decades to come, which means like it's just as it isn't simply a technology evolution, it's a career revolution. So that's why every student, every engineer, even a professional has an incredible opportunity in front of them. So, but whenever there is something changes this quickly, one question that naturally follows to everyone's mind, right? Let's be honest. Even I had the same question. Even the most optimistic person has probably wondered this at least once in their mind. So, will AI replace me? Because students wonder, graduates wonder nowadays, even professionals wonder, it's like AI is writing a better code than me. Uh, Maybe companies will not rely on me because AI is doing a better job, right? It creates code, it creates images, even writes reports, and it does a lot of automation jobs by itself. So that's, yeah, it's understandable why people become anxious. But here is something I have learned throughout my career. Every major technological shift has created uncertainty, right? When computing emerged, like people worried because we weren't deploying our code just into a physical machine. We were just deploying into cloud. Whether will it be scalable, whether will it be accessible, whether it will be secured. There are a lot of questions came into our mind, right? Similarly, when automation happened, expanded, like 15 years ago, when I joined this industry, there was a dedicated team called manual testing with, I mean, lots and lots of people. But nowadays, there is no such role available. If you are a tester, you should know how to automate things, right? That's when like you can run your testing and you can do whatever the testing step that you have to do within a second without like manual intervention. So, and also when internet came for the first time, it transformed every business. That also people worried, like, are the internet is going to take away all of our business? That was the real situation? No. Those same technologies, so same thing, created entirely a new carriers that never existed before. Like 15 years ago, there wasn't no this this much an IT industry had a lot of people's working in it, right? So once this technology has boomed and the internet has boomed, we have gotten lot of job opportunities, which was helping us to Yeah, increase our knowledge, increase our business in every way possible. Maybe the goal isn't to avoid change, it's to learn how to grow with it. That's the main thing. Excuse me. Sorry for coughing. My throat isn't good today. Um, that's why I believe we were asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, will AI replace me? I would like encourage you to ask something much more meaningful. So, how can AI help me create more valuable than ever before? That single question changes everything. Instead of focusing on what AI can do, we have to begin focusing on what we can do with AI. Um, because our responsibility is learning how to use them wisely. Think about calculators, smartphones, even the internet. None of those technologies reduced the importance of human creativity. They expanded it, right? Similarly, AI is just a next chapter. The people who thrive won't be the ones who resisting change for sure. They'll be the ones who like learn alongside of it. So that's the lesson I have had the opportunity to learn throughout my own career. So when I began my career, like it was 15 years ago, as a developer, sorry. So there was no AI. My focus was totally on becoming how to technically better write code, learn new technologies, solve difficult problems. Over the years, I have had the privilege of working across different domains, such as like banking, healthcare, insurance. Right now, every industry was different. Every project that I have been to introduce new technologies. Believe me, when I was a developer, I was trained in ASP.NET. I'm not working with that ASP.NET anymore. Currently, I'm working in React. In not only these changes, like every project that I have been to in my career has taught me new technologies. Every role that I've been required me to learn something new. I realized that these technologies, realized something like these technologies didn't shape my career. The one thing that helped me was like my willingness to keep learning. That's the real competitive advantage because that helped me developing the confidence to adapt. That's the exactly what the AI era is asking from all of us, right? Um, because those learnings didn't come from easy projects, like it came from like different uncomfortable situations, because once we get into a world where we we are not familiar with it, we will feel uncomfortable. That's the um, first step for a change, I would say. Whenever you are in a comfort zone, you will never learn or will never grow. So you have to be in a position where like you are getting more uncomfortable, where you know uncertainty. That's when that step to gain the lad. I mean, step to becoming a much more developer or much more technically responsible person that you are already are. So if someone asks me, um, like what helped your career the most, like it wouldn't be the projects because there was a time like uh, initially when I first joined this industry, and even for after 5 to 6 years, I was given to like given 100 to hundreds of pages of requirement document. Believe me, I have to read it and I have to code it and I have to present it. It will take 3 to 4 months for me to complete one particular requirement document. But nowadays, we changed the way how we develop, right? That kind of development life cycle called waterfall that everybody would have listen I mean heard about it. But nowadays we are all following agile, which is like totally different than what I have been experienced, right? So that we are doing a like a 2 week sprint where we will get the requirement and do the necessary work and we will deploy it within 2 weeks. It's not like I have to wait for an year or a couple of years to see what actually I've been developing, right? So that's way every year and every time there is lot of difference or lot of changes happening in our industry. This is one of it, I would say. So systems like that are so much complex, like when there is no documentation for wasn't enough, like you have to bring the creativity and innovation within yourself. So those moments taught me something that I still carry today. Growth rarely happens inside our comfort zone. It happens like when we are willing to step into an uncertainty. So this is what interesting, like every emerging technology creates uncertainty. But hidden inside that uncertainty are the new opportunities. Similarly, the AI era is no different. Eventually, every one of us arrives at the same place where like we have to choose something between like whether we are going to continue with the same old comfort zone or we are going to step into an but certainly new world where we have to learn everything from the beginning as like a fresher. So whether you are beginning your career right now or like you are already a professional, um, so we have to arrive here like the crossroads, like whether you are going to one direction feel familiar to you, the other one learns like lots and lots of learning something new that you haven't done before. The history consistently rewards people who chooses growth, right? So uh, do we resist or do we become lifelong learners? So because even when learning a new technology may open the first door for you, but that is in the end. You have to adapt yourself more. You have to create the trust in it and determine how far we can go ultimately. That leads to the um, that's leads us to one of the most biggest misconception about our career success. So for many years, that's we have been told with something that sounds completely logical, right? If I keep learning technical skills, my career will always be secure. That is definitely not true. You have to like technical skills are absolutely matter. Yes, I wouldn't deny with it. They are the foundation for everything that we build. But technical skills helps you enter the profession, but this every technical skill eventually change, right? So that's why professional who just thrive in it do not just upgrade their technical knowledge. They have to upgrade the way they think. They becomes the better learners, like better decision makers, better communicators. um, Adaptability is what keeps you growing. That's what exactly I would like to talk about in the next few slides. Because if you are adaptable, definitely you will be able to improve yourself, which help you to overcome this uncertainty stage of like our career, right? So don't build your identity of what you know currently, because definitely everything is gonna change. It's not only because of AI. There'll be a lot more coming in the future. The technology is gonna change. The programming language that you know currently has gonna change. So it's everywhere. Framework's gonna change. Everything's gonna evolve. And even AI model that currently is leading up the market is also going to change, because we are not going to be consistently using the same. Everyone is going to upgrade. So build your confidence around something that cannot be easily replaced. like the way that you think. Or when I work in enterprise systems today, like my biggest contribution isn't like writing the most code. It's asking like better questions. Like whenever you are developing something, create ask the questions yourself first. Like, is this really a customer's problem? What risk are we introducing? Like, what happens if the system fails? Or is there any simpler approach to that what we are currently doing? So those kind of conversations creates far more value than memorizing any other framework. AI is incredibly good at generating answers, but humans still decide which questions matter. So I would say future belongs to the people who ask better questions. That's something that that you can develop in yourself, irrespective of what the industry is asking. Like, is it's going to be AI or any new technology or any new framework. You have to develop yourself to ask better questions so that you can build some meaningful output. That kind of capabilities like helps think like that. So the questions that you are going to ask, evaluation that you are going to do, what decision that you are going to make in every problem solution, and how are you solving it. So these are the skills actually changed my career. So people often ask me like, what technology should I learn next? Sometimes it could be Python, sometimes it could be some certification in the cloud. And recently it has been a generative AI. So these are the worthwhile, but when I reflect the moments that truly changed my career, they weren't driven by any technology. They were driven by like learning when nobody asked you to do, the curiosity, finding solutions when documentation ends. Like, yes, without any documentation, you have to find the solution. Growing through setbacks instead of avoiding them. Building a trust, people's trust. That's one of the main skill that you have to develop yourself before you get into any industry. You have to learn uh, building trust from people. And finally, most importantly, is the communication. Because the best ideas create no impact if nobody is going to understand it. So you have to develop yourself, your communication in a way that everybody can understand what you are trying to communicate. So these are in simply career skills. They are the professional habits. Unlike technology, they become more valuable every year. So if I had to summarize all in one word, it would be adaptability. Yes, right. So if you are well versed in all these skills, you are well adaptable person. Uh, so adaptability is what allows people to thrive in this AI era, I would say. Next is responsible AI. Any questions so far? Am I going too fast?
No,
No,
it's
ma'am, no
fine.
questions.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much. Yes, responsible AI. Actually, I've been talking about responsible AI in a lot of my conferences. Yes, we have AI and we are using AI in our day-to-day activities, even for for our organizations or even for our own personal use. But because but when you do something with AI, you have to be more responsible. Every powerful technology creates responsibility, right? As our future professionals or a professional, our goal isn't simply to build the intelligent systems, it's to build the systems worthy of people's trust. You cannot just do any AI systems and deploy it to the market without having any people trust. Nobody is going to use it. So, what does responsible AI actually means? Actually, some people thinks it's just a compliance that we have already in our market, right? For example, any industry, if you take insurance or healthcare, we have a compliance in the process. We have been already doing. What that compliance is becomes different when it comes to AI. Let's see. Like imagine you are developing an AI system. Um, After some time, the model is 90% accurate. Um, that sounds impressive, right? Sorry. Until someone asks that one simple question like, who makes up the remaining 2%? Imagine this solution that you have built through AI helps hospitalize, prioritize patients, or a banking that approves loan, or it could be companies that screen job applications. So suddenly, that accuracy is in the whole story because every percentage point represents the actual real people here. So responsible AI asks questions beyond performance, like whether it is fair that your AI model is given a fair decision or fair solution. Could someone be unintentionally disadvantaged? Like, can people challenge the outcome? Like, why responsible AI is more important is it is about making innovation trustworthy. Because, right, so for example, unknowingly, if your AI model is discriminating certain set of people by rejecting their loans or rejecting certain people's applications in for job, so that's the problem we are coming into. Trust is one of the most valuable things any engineer can build. That doesn't need AI. It's need your ability to make the trust. So responsibility becomes more greater, even more greater when AI operates at scale. I will show you like when AI operates at scale, like it provides solutions to thousands and even millions of people. So one poor decision can affect million people's. Like nowadays, if we are making a mistake, simple mistake, it may affect one person or certain group of person. But if A makes one mistake, it can repeat that mistake thousand or even million more times, right? Because that's how the AI is designed. Now that AI is not going to be used by single people; it's going to be used by millions of people. So if it creates a wrong decision, definitely that is going to affect lot and lot of people. So that, as I said already, like imagine an AI screening job application. If it is biased, think about it. It doesn't reject one qualified candidate; it rejects thousands. Or AI helping approving insurance claims or bank loans, one incorrect rule doesn't affect a single customer, it can affect the entire community. That's why it's just another software application. It's not just another software application, its impact much more bigger than actually it operates, so it quickly and reaches to many people. That's why exactly like why responsibility is getting more and more important nowadays. The smarter the AI becomes, the more thoughtful we need to become. You have to ask the real question here, like, can AI make this decision, or does this decision needs human intervention? Or when should AI make the decision, or when should a human make a decision? Those kind of judgmental questions that you have to improve yourself from these kind of experiences. That's the smartest or biggest lesson I have learned while working with my enterprise applications. Uh, Being a greater engineer today isn't like use AI for everything, right? It's about knowing when, like where AI helps and where people must stay involved. Let's take healthcare. Previously, without AI, before AI, like we cannot analyze thousands and thousands of images, but now AI can do the same job much faster than a human can, right? That's incredibly valuable, right? I would agree. But would we want AI to diagnose ourselves that tell you to have a whether we have a serious illness without a doctor saying that whether it is correct or not? Probably not. Or imagine an AI recommending whether someone qualifies for a home loan, but the final decision should be belong to only the algorithm written behind the AI, or it should be a human that should evaluate and say he's qualifies or qualify for the loan or not. That's why, like, we have to think in a way like if the AI is wrong, what could be affected or who could be affected? Can we explain why that particular decision is being made by the AI? And can a human step in what really matters? So they make the innovation trustworthy. So I believe these are the skills that will make you truly valuable in this AI era. So try to improve these skills instead of trying to adapt AI by learning new technology or new AI models that's been given in the market for us. One of the question I often hear most, like, what I should I learn next? You do not need to learn everything, um, but you have to build the ability to learn any new technology. That ability is what you have to build, because the tools will continue change. Whatever that we have currently right now, it's not going to be there in the future. Again, you have to learn or adapt to a different technology or different industry, a different domain. Every major opportunity requires some learning something new, at least completely new. Uh, and you have to learn not because someone asked you to or someone assigned you some task to do it. It's because future is demanding it. You have to start experimenting from yourself. For example, you have done a lots and lots of project in your early career or even your college times where you are learning. I would recommend you to go revisit those now, like which was developed before AI. Now revisit those with the help of AI and see how much that you can improve with the help of AI. The same product or the same project that you have developed without AI, now you have lots and lots of opportunities with the help of AI to improve it and see what much more better solution that you can give, which is very good compared to the previous solution that you provided. That's what we have to look into it. um, it actually going to reward people who experiment and who stay curious. um, so you simply need the confidence that whatever comes next, so that's one of the greatest advantage you can develop in this AI era. So yes, this is like throughout my career, I was measuring myself or evaluating myself with the number of tickets that I have completed, or number of code that I have written, how many deliverables I made during my day-to-day work. But that wasn't correct. I realized something like customer is never going to thank how elegantly you written code, right? Or how many lines of code that you have written. They are going to thank us like because we make their life more easier. We solve their business problems. Sometimes we even disappear the problem. That's the most valuable engineer we have to have. Like we begin with empathy. Like what is the we have to ask questions like what is the customer trying to accomplish, why it is causing frustration, what problem are we gonna solve for them. Now, with the help of AI, we can generate solutions faster than anyone ever before. But only humans can decide which problem is truly matter for that particular customer. That's why future isn't about becoming technology at writing code. It's become better solving meaningful problems. I would like to mention the forward deployed engineer role. It's been so famous. It's nothing but like uh, because we have AI today to do a lot of technical things for us. The forward deployed engineer role is like sit with the customer, understand the problem, and you can generate solutions with the help of AI within a minutes, and ensure that results to the customer, make them understand the solution is better or not, or they want different. Like previously, this particular conversation or that life cycle will take months and years to see the actual final output. But right now, with the help of AI, we can do it within a minutes, and we can show it to the customer. That is what really been asked. Believe me, like when in my first project that came to us for like as a requirement, we took 6 years to complete that project, but it was not even complete in the 6 years. We at least completed 50% of it. And only when the customer get to see the final and the 50% output of the project, they said, look, no, we didn't want this. We want something else. So those kind of things is not going to be there today with the help of AI. You can quickly make a prototype or even a workable solution within a fraction of seconds with the help of AI, show to them. And now in this position as a forward deployed engineer, you're not going to be a technical person, or not going to be a manager. You're not going to be just an analyst. You are going to be all three. You are going to do all three work by yourself with the help of AI. That's interesting, right? So that kind of exposure you are going to get because of this AI, which we never had. I mean, now we are going to have, but in my olden days, that will take lots and lots of time. So, and being able to experience these many different roles is also a quite interesting and a good learning. And the communication, yeah, I should talk about communication for sure. When I first became a technical lead, I thought my job was to have the right answers, right? But that isn't right. My job was like to help everyone uh, to understand those answers. Like communication is explaining a complex problem simply, right? It's you have to help understand the business stakeholders, what the technical trade-off that you are making, and you have to help engineers understand what customer needs. So that is like it's building an alignment. So think about like if most important or a brilliant idea has zero impact if you fail to make them understand, right? Um, AI can, like nowadays, AI can do a lot and lot of documentation. Even it can summarize meetings within seconds. But it cannot just simply replace a human connection, or it cannot inspire people during uncertainty. Um, those remain deeply human responsibilities even now. So communication doesn't become less valuable at all. So like develop your communication skills from now onwards. Like it's never gonna be taken by any AI. You have to develop yourself for your own growth. It becomes more and more valuable. So when people combine all these capabilities that we talked, right, with AI, incredible things begin to happen with the good communication skill, with the help of an AI. You can provide lot and lot of solutions to the problems. You can make the customer understand what your problem, what your solution to that problem is. So that will help us understand to build the customer trust. That's what we need overall, right? So remember the question that we asked before, like when we started, will AI replace me? No, do not ask that question anymore. I hope you are you are going to have a thinking in your mind to ask a different question, which like, what can I create today because AI exists? Maybe because of that, because of AI, we can build faster, learn faster. Even you can start a company right now and solve a problem that nobody has ever solved before, right? So every generation receives new tools. Uh, are for us, this is that new tool, AI. So what kind of career that you will build because of AI exist? That question opens much more possibilities, and that leads for me to say like artificial intelligence is extraordinary. It can do a lot of predictions, analysis, summarization, but there are things that it cannot do still. It cannot dream about a better future. It cannot inspire a struggling teammate. It cannot comfort someone after failure. It cannot choose courage instead of comfort. So, those kind of things only people can do. Technology has reflect a lot of values to the people who built it, right? So the future of AI depends on the future professionals, especially sitting in this room today, like you, or maybe some of you watching today. That's why this conversation is not about artificial intelligence. It's always been about a human potential, how we can explore that, how we can improvise that with the help of an AI. So if you like to remember something today, after this, do not think about AI, think about adaptability. So because every technology will evolve, every industry will transform, but one thing that will help you keep going is adaptability. Adaptable people don't just survive the changes, like they thrive because of it. So go start, ask yourself a question like, what problem that you are going to solve, what values are you going to create, and who will I become? Because a era doesn't need more people who's afraid of change. It has to be. It needs people who are excited of it. Like how much you are excited to provide any solution to a problem, because you have a help of AI, right? So I would like to say, like, history doesn't remember the people who witnessed the technological revolutions. It remembers the people who shaped them. So the AI era is our generation's opportunity. Don't be remembered as someone who watched it happen. Be remembered as someone who helped rebuild it. So, with that being said, I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity to share my perspective with in this AI era, how we are going to survive or how we are going to improve ourselves with the help of AI. And this is not going to end right now. It's going to change a lot and lot more in the future. I would like you to prepare your mind for all this change that's going to happen, and try to improve the skills that AI cannot teach you or AI cannot do, which we discussed. That will help you to get into this beautiful journey that you're going to get with the help of AI, and much more to come. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Samina, for that wonderful presentation. We'll be taking the question and answer just after the second speaker. So that will be during the question and answer. Please, if you have questions for seminar, you can pen them down or drop them in the chat box. Before we proceed to the next speaker, I would like to briefly introduce the organization behind this event, Beacom Dev Center. Beacom Dev Center is a technology, talent development, and innovation hub that is committed to equipping individuals with practical industry-relevant digital skills through trainings, mentorships, apprenticeships, and community programs just like this one we're having now. We empower aspiring and experienced professionals to build successful careers. So I'll be sharing the slides so you can learn more about Beacom Dev Center. All right, so here at Beacom Dev Center, what do we do? So this is a multi-location technology talent development and solution platform. We do the building tech talent, the Beacom Academy, the Beacom Tech Internship, the Beacom Tech Apprenticeship, the Beacom Global Tech Programs, and then we have the Enhancing Talent, Beacom Tech Network, the Lightspace, the Emigrate Tech Visa, the Beacom Mentoring Platform, and Beacom Tech Coaching Platform. Also, we do building startups. That is the Labs by Beacom. All right, so I'll be dropping the slide in the chat, and also I'll be dropping a feedback form on the chat. So please do well to fill out the feedback form, as this will help us to enhance our future events. before the end of the session, expecting your responses. So I'll be welcoming next speaker. It is with my pleasure that I welcome speaker Vijay Kumar Varidia. Vijay Kumar is an enterprise healthcare technology and transformation leader with over 15 years experience driving AI-enabled digital health and enterprise transformation initiatives. He has led large-scale healthcare programs, delivered innovative solutions that have impacted millions of patients, and is passionate about leveraging AI to transform healthcare and business operations. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Vijay Kumar Vereda.
Hey, hello everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in this world. First of all, thank you, ICT, and thank you, Gloria, for having this opportunity. This is a nice activity that you have been started, and it will help a lot for the people to learn from this community. Yeah, thank you a lot. And I would like to thank you, Samina Begum, as well. Like she has a very good session. I think she covered most of the item that I'm planning to do. But yeah, I will just throw couple of things over that and maybe we can get started. Are you able to hear me, everyone? Perfect. Okay, let me share my screen and we can get started. Yep, let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yes, you can see your screen.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, yep, yeah. So yes, this session is for thriving in the AI era, right? So what are the skills that we need to grow your career? And I will focus on those items. I think, as I said, like Samina Banu has covered a lot of. I will just focus on the things that what I try to add apart from that. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I think Gloria has already introduced me. I have 20 plus years of experience in the healthcare. Um, I have a lot of credentials from the PMI and in the project management. I talk with different organizations and a couple of awards that I received, almost like working as an AI project manager in the healthcare era. I work with a couple of organizations all over the world. Um, yeah, and these sessions, like, yeah, this session is mainly for the leaders who are the project managers, scrum masters, aspiring leaders, and the professionals who want to use AI for their career growth. So as Samina Banu said, like I will repeat that AI is changing how we work, learn, lead, and grow. But the real question is not will AI replace me? The better question is how can I use AI to become more valuable, more effective, and more future ready? So always think about way that AI is there, AI will be there. But how I can use the AI in a way that I can be better? Whatever things that I have been doing today in 3 hours, how can you do it in 3 minutes? And what are the tools in this world that exist all over the different models across the globe? So that we need to work on. Yep. Why leaders' work is changing as we know that like right now we are working with a lot of informations. There are a lot of expectations from all the stakeholders that we are working on. Decision time is very faster and AI is becoming part of every day. We don't know like, but we have been using this AI since I think 10 years before. But we don't know the YouTube, the Netflix, the Google, what they were doing. They were using the AI behind the scene, right? We didn't aware about that. But now after open AI ChatGPT model that has been public, we know what the AI is, the actual usage of it. But the companies, the big tech companies has been using that. So they have started already before coming to the public and they are using the AI throughout their workforce. So now we need to be ready for that change. So when I say like a traditional leader and AI orchestrator leader, what is the difference, right? So traditional leader, if you can see on the left-hand side, a manual note taking, reactive status update, slow documentations creations, or repetitive project work. While when you are say like you are AI orchestrator leader, what you are doing, you guide AI with the context. You create leaders, delivers faster. You transform messy input into clear output. You can focus on the judgment, decision, and communications while AI is doing a lot of work behind the wall. AI does not replace your thinking, but AI accelerate your execution. So that is the motto that we need to think and we need to start learning from. There are 3 levels of AI adoption for the leaders. Like if you are wanting to start learning AI, or if you want to thrive into the AI, maybe I would say like 3 layers: assisted leader, or enable leader, or the AI orchestrator leader. So what AI assistant leader? I think almost everyone started using this with the ChatGPT and the other models that is available. Like, okay, writing an email, writing meeting summaries, agendas, status report. I just like always I prompt to ChatGPT and just say, hey, can you summarize this email? Or maybe can you write me an email? Or maybe can you create some images or a workflows? Or I have a meeting for this and can you create me agenda? Or sometimes I just update my project plan and say, hey, can you create me a status report? So that has been like tremendously people are doing, but this is kind of AI assisted leader. AI is assisting you the work that you have been doing. The second layer is AI enable leader, right? So what that AI enable leader, use AI across project activity. Now you are not asking AI to do one task, but you are asking AI to check 3 different things and respond back. Like, okay, your risk, you might have a project plan, you might have a meeting summary, and you can say, hey, this is my project plan, this is my meeting summary, and can you let me know what are the risks in this project, right? Or how can I communicate to the stakeholder with this risk? So that is AI enable leader. While the AI orchestrator leader is something like using the latest update from the cloud, like Cloud Skill or artifact automations, right? What I have been doing right now is that my project has been updated on Jira, and then I just set up a skill and I enable it for running at every day at 8 a.m. At 8 a.m., it just give me a thought that, hey, how many tickets are there not completed yesterday that should be? And it gives me an like a quick overview and show me like almost like a 1 hour that I have to go to jump to my 5 different projects, 5 different Jiras and identify, right? So that is AI orchestrator. You are prompting, you are creating a skill, you are automating, you are generating documents very faster than what you want, and just you are sitting on front of your chair. Yeah. So that is a layer 3. So we need to move from AI assisted leader to the AI orchestrator leader. Actually, that's generally I should focus on when I'm learning the AI. The future ready skills, right? We are talking about the AI, what kind of skills that we should have, right? So there are the 5 skills I think you can use AI with, and you can get a support from the AI, like critical thinking, problem framing, leadership and influence, AI and data literacy, and the judgment and governance. The critical thinking, like challenge AI output, like don't assume what it says. Don't just copy and paste and prepare the document. Read that output, update that, give a feedback to the AI that, hey, this is the thing that you did wrong. Can you change it? And now AI will start learning. And that layer of critical thinking is still with you. The problem framing, like ask the right questions. People are talking about the prompt engineering since long since the ChatGPT has been started. You should not ask that, hey, create a project plan, but you should give a context of what you are trying to do, what you are trying to achieve in this. That's the problem framing is required. Leadership and influence, like align people, build trust, and drive change across the team. So the point number 3 will never go away because that the human interactions required. AI and data literacy. Yes, you need to learn AI. Depends on what role that you are having. Like you are AI engineer, you are AI developer, or you're a project manager, or a leader, or a CEO. Depends on that. You need to understand a different literacy of AI. As a project manager, I am right now performing a role. I don't need to understand how that bits and pieces of AI is doing behind the scene. Right? I need to remember. I don't need to remember that. But yes, I know the stuff. When in my meeting, when people are talking about the AI, people are talking about the RAG, people are talking about the cloud code, right? I should understand that terms because as a leader, I want to thrive that project. I want to make this project successful. So those kind of literacy is required, depends on what role that you are performing, right? And judgment. Your judgment is always with you, right? Do not take anything, as I said, like accept it. Just read twice and take a judge it. Okay, AI is talking this, but what you as a leader thinking, that is the most critical thing, right? And that will grow your thinking, that will grow your career, right? So yes, we are talking about one side. Yes, you need to learn new technologies. In like 2000, maybe 2005 or 2007, like when um, the smartphone has started, right? People started new skills like, okay, how to use the apps, how to do something on phone, how to buy, how to purchase, how to book a ticket on the phone. So that new skills that we learn. But in the AI era, that also we need to learn. But in that era, like 2005, we were the user only. Here in 2026, we are the creator, right? So we need to create something with AI based on what your understanding is, based on what your role is, based on what your goal is. Yep. I think these are the 3 most widely used AI that currently we are having, right? I will not go through each and every items, but my slides will be there. You can use it. But the cloud copilot and ChatGPT. If you can, I talk about the ChatGPT started like 3 years back. 6 billion plus monthly visit. You can assume like how many people are currently using out of the total billion people in the world, right? So almost everybody is using ChatGPT today. Means they are coming up with some more thoughts, right directions. You need to thrive in your career in a way that you master that particular thing, right? Copilot, right? If you are a Microsoft person, maybe Copilot is the best thing in the world because it already connect with a lot of your tools like Microsoft Excel, Word, Microsoft Team, SharePoint, everything. Just give a prompt and it will summarize. Claude is of course a little bit new than the two, but Claude is very stronger than other two. The Claude Cowork and the Claude Code that has been started, it's an awesome tool that I have been just file sitting on your computer. You are prompting the Claude on your computer. Claude just open that file, update that file, change that file, give a summary to you, and create a new file and the presentations. That's that I have been doing with the Claude, but still the people are using less. So ChatGPT is still leading the world, but the Claude, I think you should always think about that. Always the questions, right? As a leader, where should I use this? And where should I not use this? So if you can see this 2 X and Y column, X column like low to high human judgment required, and Y column is like low to high cost of errors. So when there is a low error rate or low judgment required, just automate it, right? Just automate that work. I'm like, I want, like, as I say, like I want every morning in the 8 a.m. I need like my 5 projects. What are my open items? I automated it. It just land 8 a.m. in my computer, my email that, hey, Vijay, these are the 10 different tasks. These are 10 different people. They missed the complete yesterday. Now you need to go and check with today, right? Where judgment is required high, like as a first draft, right? So start human refine it, where cost of error is low, but your judgment is required, right? Where is high. So in the right corner and the blue, right? So like writing a blog post or email or brainstorming ideas, right? Where error chances are less, but your judgment is always there. I cannot write a blog just what ChatGPT is giving me, right? I just give a thought, ChatGPT draft it, I update it, and then I publish into my blog post, right? So that is there. In the top left corner, review every time, where the judgment is low, but chances of error is high, like medical assessment, right? Maybe give an idea AI that, hey, this patient has a X, Y, and Z problem, but you always check it, chances are very high on that part. And the right top corner is the don't use AI when your judgment is high and the cost of error is high, like ethics decision, firing, crisis management. As Samina Banu said, like responsible AI is the thing that required in this picture. As we know, like there are a lot of tools available. I will just quickly run through the tools where you can just level up your understanding and your growth or the career. Is that like you want to think, decide, and structural things? Maybe you can use the like open tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or maybe for Copilot, as I told. But like if you would like to go more research, more search on the website, right? You need to study a lot of documents, or maybe you are working in a particular project and you want to make sure that every time AI deliver a solution with that context of that project. There are different solutions, like Perplexity is another AI, is kind of a beating almost a Google in a search category, while deep research and ChatGPT are somewhere that I am doing with when I want to define something interesting work, like for my client, I want to research what my client is doing, how their competitors are doing, what solution that I can give so they can beat the computer, they can beat their competitor, right? So those deep research generally I do. Notebook LM is a very strong tool, and I think very less people are using it. It's a free tool from the Google. Give 1,000 document and it will read that out. It will be your assistant in a way that ask a questions, any question from any document, and it will summarize for you. It's a very strong tool, I would say, not remove from your stack. And the another cloud project, right? So cloud project, ChatGPT project. So what I have been doing that I created my project. I have been working with like 5 different projects in my company. Like I just created 5 different projects in my cloud, right? And I have submitted all my documents, of course, based on my company's policy. I uploaded all the documents. Now, at any point of time, I need any suggestions, assistant, I just go to that project, query it, prompt it, and I get output. The level 3 is creativity and the communications. Like there are a lot of activities that you can do, like generate an image, creating a website. I have been using a lot with the Canva AI, and this presentation that I have created with Canva AI. Of course, I asked ChatGPT to give me an outline. I put into the Canva designed this particular my slide, and you can see that how it looks and how interesting is this. The lovable is like a vibe coding, and just give a prompt, you can get a website. It's like almost like I would say like 30 minutes of work. Yeah. Level 4, executive assisted workflow like Codex, Cloud Code, Google AI Studio, right? Or maybe Manas. All this kind of helping a lot, as I say, like just setting a workflow in a way that just give a at 8 a.m., read my computer, check my email, and post into my Slack and Microsoft Team that, hey, I'm looking this thing for today, right? And the level 5 is automation. There are a lot of automation tools that are coming and exist. The top is N8 and or the Make is another suggestions. OpenClaw is another agentic tool that you can create. And of course, Copilot Studio is always there, or Gemini Workspace is another great tool that you can use. So these are the kind of levels that you can improve yourself, like start chatting with a ChatGPT or Claude and just give a simple prompt and then start creating images and then slowly identify what are your challenges and create automations. And I will just give a quick brief about like what Claude is, right? And you can totally get it from and a lot of sources available. I have been doing a lot of classes or training sessions, free training sessions about the Claude and AI. And maybe you can join. You can follow me on my LinkedIn, and you can join that as well. And just give a quick 3 differentiation between the 3 different products from the Claude: Cloud Chat, Claude Cowork, and Claude Code. Claude Chat is like ChatGPT, kind of just prompt it, give an idea. Claude Cowork is maybe you can download a system into your computer, right? And then it work is your assistant. Is just create a file for you in your computer. It execute the task, assistant in your workflow. It collaborate in a way that from web, from your computer, a different like Google Cloud, everything that it just access and update a file at your place. Cloud Chat cannot create a file at your computer, but Cloud Cowork, yes. And Cloud Code, I just recently an experience with Cloud Code. What I have been doing is that I have like almost 100 images are there, and couple of images are in the similar line, and every image has a like random name. What I ask Cloud Code that, hey, can you go to my folder, check the 80 images, and just bracket out the what are the similar images are there, right? So it depends on my computer, it depends on my project work. What it did, it just read everything. It grouped this is my module 1 image, this is my module 2 image, this is my module 3 image, this is my customer image, this is my team image, everything that he bifurcate and just give me a very nice name in a way that I don't need to open the image with easily see that, okay, what this image is about, right? So that kind of help. Like 80 image, you can see I need to open it, I need to read it, I need to identify like, okay, this is a similar image to particular the past one. And maybe you can, I don't believe it, it's almost like 4 to 5 hours of human work that he did in like 20 minutes. When you learn Claude, like you need to learn a lot of things, and just I'm giving you the idea, like, so Claude is a just idea, like you can get everything in the ChatGPT similar to a like Cloud Project. ChatGPT is a project. So Cloud Project is, I say, like I created a project in the Claude in a way that, hey, this all my data that I have been using in the project, and whenever I give a prompt, just give me the assistance and just give me the output based on my project documentations. Cloud Artifact, I can create like artifact in a Claude, like live previews, editable creations, interactive tools, right? Those artifacts that I can create easily on the Claude. Claude Design, right? What I ask in the Claude Design that, hey, this is what my company's look and feel, and this is what my standard template that I use in my company for all my presentations. You cannot randomly put any presentations in your when you are going to the customer, right? So I just ask that, hey, this is my color coding, this is my font size, this is the image that you need to use, this kind of a style is there. You know that Microsoft Office has a template, right? The master template. Similarly, I created in the Claude. Now Claude knows about everything. So when I said, hey, I want a presentation about my risk review meeting, give the details, Claude just know that, hey, this is what he wants to create, and this is what the format should be, and it creates in a minute. Claude connector, right? There are a lot of connectors out there. You can connect with Claude is like Google, right? I don't need to say, hey, Claude, go to Google, check my email. No, my Google is connected with the Claude. I say, hey, I want this email. Just Google went back to the Gmail, search that email, and give me the response, right? Microsoft Excel, I have connected with. Google Workspace, I have connected with. Google Drive, I have connected with. I don't need to ask anything. Jira, I have been using a lot. I just asked that, hey, can you check this particular ticket into the Jira and let me know what is the status? I don't need to go to the Jira, open the Jira. The Claude is my now workspace. So there are a lot of connectors out there. And one thing that I missed over here is that Claude skill. What generally we are doing as the first AI user, we just said, hey, create me a document, and then it replied back with a solution, right? Now you can create a Claude skill, and same as in the ChatGPT as well, a series of prompt, right? So anytime I need to use that, write an email to my my customer, I use that, hey, use my email skill. That skill just help me to draft my email in a way that I generally do. I don't need to give 1,000 words of prompt for everything, right? So there are another very nice thing I missed over here, but you can find the Claude skill are there. So this is all about that I'm trying to say. As a leader, right, we need to think about like what should be the problem that you have been solving. And based on that problem, you need to think about that, how you can use the AI from assistant to orchestrator, and slowly you can be the master. You're not saying that, and at any point in time I cannot say that I'm the AI master or AI expert. Yes, no, because the reason is that a lot of tools are coming up. You cannot master like 1,000 tools, but you should master of your problem, what your problem is, how you can solve it, how you can save time, how you can save money for your customer. That's the key thing. All right. Yep, that's all from me. Maybe I was a little bit faster, but you can follow me on my LinkedIn. You can read my blogs. You can go to my website to learn my journey, or maybe you can go to my YouTube channel that I have started with. And I have been doing a lot of trainings on the LinkedIn as well as the ADP list. You can join the session. It's a free, and you can learn what I have encountered. But yeah, I'm open for any questions.
All right, thank you so much, Vijay Kumar, for that insightful section. We'll be taking the question and answer now. But before we do that, I would like to know if we have all filled out the feedback form. Please, if you haven't done that, endeavor to do so now. So this is time for Q&A. If you have any questions for either of the speakers, you can drop that on the chat, or alternatively, you can raise your hand, unmute your mic, and proceed with your question. Yes, please, Vali, please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good day, everyone. I don't know where you are hearing me from. And thank you, Vijay, for that insightful session, and also to the first speaker. My question is on using Claude as a connector, like you can connect it to your Jira board and also some other platforms, right? Can you now tell Claude to populate your Jira board for you?
Yes.
And it will do it for you perfectly, like taking the epics to the right place, your user stories and your acceptance criteria. Can you just explain further how that is being done? Thank you.
Yeah, so you need to connect Jira first, right? And it will directly connect to the project. It will ask what kind of a project that you are connecting. And what I have done in the past, and maybe I will explain in the later, but what I have done in the past that I just give my project document and connected my Jira and say, hey, can you create the acceptance criteria? Can you create first stories based on my project documentation of the requirement document? And based on that requirement document, can you create the stories and put the acceptance criteria, right? And it creates the acceptance criteria stories and just copy paste into the your Jira and return back all the Jira items. Yeah, that, yes, you can do it. Yes, it's not, and sorry, like, don't have like that much time today, but we'll surely explain if you want in the later session. But yeah, you can easily do that.
All right, thank you for your response. That helps.
Yeah, I would
All
like to
right.
sorry, thank you, Vijay. And the question, like, I would like to add, if you connect to your Jira MCP server to your cloud, yes, as Vijay explained, it will give you the stories. And at the same time, if you connect the MCP server, it will automatically publish to the Jira. You need not manually create it, but make sure you are connecting to the MCP server from your cloud.
All right. Thank you so much, Samina, for that contribution. So, do we have more questions for the speakers? Please go ahead and ask your questions. All right. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for questions to come up, I have a couple of questions for both speakers. But firstly, I'll begin with Samina. AI is changing the way software is built. How can aspiring developers and engineers use AI effectively while continuing to strengthen their technical expertise? Please, can you throw more light on that?
Yes. Thank you for asking that question. Yeah, we actually, in my company, in my current organization, we have been using AI in our day-to-day activities without having the prior technical knowledge. If you want to ask AI to do some kind of task for you, you will not be able to validate whether that is correct or wrong, right? Even though if it generates like the code, the actual work that you have been assigned to, you have to validate from yourself whether it has satisfied the requirement, it has satisfied the use cases that we have built for this particular task, right? So with that, to do that kind of judgment call, we need technical knowledge for sure. I mean, believe me or not, there has been a lot of instances in my day-to-day work where I ask AI to do multiple tasks and it didn't understand properly. It gave me, I mean, quite total different understanding of it, and it was not correct. I had to make AI understand what I'm exactly looking for, right? To do that, to validate that without any technical knowledge, it's not possible. So there has been instances like that AI generated a code with lots of errors. I was telling AI to fix these errors because you generated like that. Sometimes like it doesn't even accept with it. It says like, no, there was no error, but there was definitely a lot of errors in the code it was generated. So without technical knowledge, definitely you cannot survive or you cannot coexist with AI. Even though AI has that much powerful knowledge, I with like your knowledge is definitely be needed there to work with AI to accomplish that what you are currently doing. I mean, if you try to do a simple project as an experiment with any AI tool, take it as a cloud or anything, and you will experience what I'm talking about. It is not gonna be that simple. Yes, with a single line of code, it's going to be write thousands of single line of query. I mean question. It will going to create thousands of lines of code for a building and project. But that isn't correct. It isn't correct always the first time. You have to refine your queries or refine your prompts to make AI understand what you're actually looking for. To do that, you definitely need at least little amount of technical knowledge. And if you are a developer, definitely you need a knowledge to work with the AI to produce much more powerful results. That's my answer. Hope you get what I'm trying to say.
Thank you so much for that detailed explanation and clarification. I would like to ask my second question for you, Samina. So, as a technical lead with over 15 years of experience, what skills do you believe are the most important for professionals who want to thrive in this AI era?
I would say communication is always important because nowadays not only communicate to the people or make like the stakeholders involved in the project. Communicating with AI is also not that simple. You have to learn it. You have to have a different skill for that. You have to make an AI understand what you're looking for. You have to articulate, or you have to put your questions in a way that AI can understand, right? So AI is nothing but another person or a kid who doesn't know, who has that powerful knowledge, but who doesn't know what to give you unless you ask the right questions, right? So articulate, or your thought process should be like, what is the end product look like, and what what you are finding the final result out of it. So that's how you have to start communicate, ask questions, be involved in the architectural decisions by ask questions based on the project that you are working for. So communication is going to help everywhere, not only in the technical industry, as a person, as an educator, or anywhere in the field. But if you have a good communication skill, you will be able to survive, or you will be able to develop much more with the help of an AI. And as also during my session, I was talking about forward deployed engineer, right? So nowadays, previously when we were working 15 years ago, developer is just gonna sit in front of computer and gonna do whatever they are gonna do. Now, being with the help of AI, you have to be part of in each and every phases of the project. Like as I was telling, like forward deployed engineer is nothing but like you have to sit with the actual customer, talk to him, understand the requirement, grab the problem from the customer, and you have to give the solution from it. To do these kind of activities, you definitely have to be good at communication so that you will explain to the customer what you are trying to do and what you are trying to solve. Without that, you are just doing a code from your laptop, and you are not going to see what the end customer is going to see. It's of waste. It's not going to create any value for your work that you have done. So being any developer, or going to be a project manager, or anyone, try to improve your communication skills in any way. It can be a technical communication, or it can be a business stakeholder communication, or like team to team communication. You have to ask a question in a way like what you are actually looking for. You shouldn't be like the articulation of that particular problem should be enough to understand everyone in the room. That's how you have to improve yourself. That's the main thing I would like to say.
All right, thank you so much, Samina, for that detailed answer. So if you must thrive in this AI era, must develop your communication skills. I mean, you can have the technical knowledge, but if you don't have the communication skills, you won't be able to thrive in this AI era. All right,
Right.
so I'll move to the next speaker. I have some very few questions for you. So my first question is, with your extensive experience leading AI-enabled healthcare transformation initiatives, how do you see AI shaping career opportunities across different industries over the next few years?
Yeah.
That
So
question is
if
for
I,
you.
oh, okay. Yeah, I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks. Yeah. So if I talk about the healthcare industry right now that I'm working with, we are creating agents, and agents are helping a lot for doctors, nurses, hospitals in a way that automate a lot of work, right? Let's say taking notes while I'm sitting with a doctor is just taking medications, or doctor is just taking a discussion with me. My AI agents in my company is just like logging all the conversations, and after the session, it gives an idea that, hey, doctor, that what this is the conversation is and what is their suggestions. And that particular agent automatically also send a report to the patients, the doctors, and the other medical practitioners in that network. So this kind of agents that we are doing. Also, we are doing like automating the claims, right? So when patients or the hospitals claim to the um, any charges, right? My payer, or I would say my insurance company, right? Just check is that correct claim is not. So those kind of agents that we are creating in it's on my company's website. If you can see, there are a lot of things are there. So things are getting automated in all the industries, not one in the healthcare. And that's a new era. Of course, it will start from a low work, like low, I would say not low work means like a low profile work, like just summarizing the document, but it will go till the high, I would say high level of work where a lot of judgments are required. So of course, AI agents, AI will be there in the future. Yes.
Right, thank you so much for that detailed explanation. So I would like to ask my second question. So this is for the benefit of those who would watch later on, and then for students and early career professionals who wants to build sustainable and impactful careers in an AI-driven world. What advice would you give to them?
Yeah. So as I say, like there isn't anything I would say I'm an expert with AI, right? Number one, you need to put a learning mindset, right? Try to do the one thing, just one thing from your day-to-day work that you can automate. You can do better, faster, easier than what you did yesterday. That is the one thing, right? Do not jump to, like, there are a lot of hype over the AI, like, okay, cloud is doing that, ChatGPT is able to do that. Just forget about that. Like, learn from them, but use it like what you can do. I started just like prompting one particular tool. I have like using a vibe coding for my website building to the presentations, right? So do not jump to direct that, hey, I want to be a like AI expert today. No, right? Because this is a learning process. You need to learn step by step from one step to the other step, like small automation to the bigger automations, right? Go for that. There are open source trainings are there. Go to cloud, go to OpenAI, right? Google Workspace, right? There are free trainings are there. You don't need to pay for the training to anybody in the world. Just go there, spend like 6 hours, and I would say like you will know what the things are, right? This will just giving enabling us to do something. But the problem is with me, like with my mind, right? I need to transform that problem, and I want to decide that I have a 10 tools. I have 10 things that I learned today in my session. Which tool, which way, which path should I use that I can solve my problem? The same problem I have been solving in the 10 different ways, you have been solving in the 15 different ways. But whichever is the better for you, your company, your work, your day-to-day activities, your customer, I think out that. So simple answer is that basic things, go to this kind of a website, learn from the courses, right? And try to do the small stuff to implement. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that. So for our early career professionals, you have to learn continuously, do your personal development, practice as you learn also. Thank you, Vijay, for that wonderful answer. All right, so we'll be taking more questions from the participants. So if there are more questions, you can please react with a button or unmute your mic to ask.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, good day, everyone.
Yes, please, we can hear you, Justin.
My question is about the data and data protection and concerning how we give out the data, to how we allow the AI access to our operating system. And so it's about, when an AI is being published, there is this eagerness, this temptation to want to jump in and know how well it's functioning or how good it is. And do a
Justin,
couple
can you be more audible?
okay. Coming.
Gloria, actually, I need to jump for the other call. I need to drop for that. That okay? Maybe I can take questions offline.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you for having the time with us today.
Okay, my question quickly is on data usage as far how we give the AI, the opportunity to see through our operating system, how we allow it access to our entire data. I said these days when we see new arrival or new AI, we want to quickly jump in and test how good it is, how optimal its functionality is. So I want to ask, is it okay to go all in and start using AI that's been launched on the public? Or is there a way we can decipher which AI, is yet to be, well tested and generally accepted? Because one thing I know for certain is some AI require the permission to your operating system, giving them the chance to override certain workflow. So I'm saying, in terms of data protection, in terms of data screening, how do we guide ourselves? How do we know the better way to approach this new AI, especially the newbies, especially the newly launched, AI products? So I would like to know about that. Just someone can share a light on how we go about following up with newly launched AI, considering the fact that there are numerous, AI in the past months. There've been a couple of them, and I want to know: is it safe? Is it okay? How do we know when best, jump in, as to giving full access to the AI? You know, we are tempted to want to try out. Okay,
Thank you for asking the question. I think I understood the question like, how do we know like which AI model is in the market and which AI model is good for what? Is that your question?
yes, beyond the cloud, I'm looking at the AI market in general, especially the newbies, the newly launched ones.
I mean, there are thousands and thousands of AI models is getting launched every day, right? That doesn't mean everything serves its own purpose. I mean, I wouldn't suggest or encourage you to use a particular model. It depends on what you are searching for or what you are looking for, especially. But as you correctly said, like each model is specialized in something. It's not like every model is designed to do everything, right? ChatGPT is good for something, and there are some other AI models which is good for research purpose, and there are some Gemini models which is good for doing design rather than the coding, and there are some AI models which is good for creating presentations or creating images. So each AI model has its own purpose. I mean, I cannot say particular AI that you have to go for it. Instead, you have to refine or understand like what you are actually looking for, what you are going to use that AI for. Is it going to be for studying, or it's going to be for writing a code, or it's going to be for some kind of research? So based on that, those details are definitely available in the market. I mean, Google itself, you can go ahead and ask for which particular requirement that you are looking for, and it is going to suggest thousands of models again. But you have to try using it, and you cannot rely on one AI model at any point of time. If you have a particular question or particular requirement that you are trying to solve, I would suggest you to you ask the same question in multiple AI models and see the results and see the response. Compare the results and do your own research. So the AI is not going to replace your task or your work. AI is going to help you boost it. Like without AI, if you're trying to do one research, for example, you will be able to do at least 10% of it, or 20% of it, maximum 50% of it, right? But with the help of AI, you can boost that by exploring lots and lots of options, because AI is behind the screen is connected to large data models, right? If you are Googling it, you may get only the top 10 or top 50. As a human, we will be able to see only few of them. We cannot analyze each and every results that's been Google is giving to you. So with the help of AI, you can give those results to the AI so that it can analyze all those results and refine you and give you something that is more meaningful, and especially what you are currently looking for, right? So that's the way you have to use AI. You cannot just give the task of researching something to the AI and you can sit and wait for the results. You have to go and explore and do the research along with the AI, so that you will be able to do maybe 80%, maybe 100%. That's how you have to make a use of it. Even for example, like nowadays, what we are as like in any organization, even in my organization, we are requested to use AI in each and every task that they are assigning to us. That doesn't mean I can give my task to the AI and sit back and wait for the results so that I can deliver. I cannot do that. I will like explore the options that the list AI is providing me. Like if there is a one way or multiple way of doing anything, right? So if that requirement can be achieved by a different way or more um, um, easiest way or more technically possible way, maybe my thinking would be on something different. But A has suggested me totally different idea. I can go ahead and try that and see whether that is really feasible for my particular task or my particular problem. So that's how you have to explore with it. You cannot just rely on it. You have to go use the AI and explore with it and use the better possible solution from it. Hope I understand. I answered your question, if I understand the question correctly.
Yes, thank you for the elaboration. Thank you for the insights.
Thank you.
But to add my question, I also asked that of the data protection, in terms of the data governance. How do you give out the data to your AI? In a situation where you give the AI permission to look into your operating system, override some things. Are we safe that new AI, new intake, new launch, AI? How do we know we are okay, we are safe? With the
Okay, now I get what you're trying to ask for. I mean, with the publicly available AIs, you cannot trust everything. I would not try giving my sensitive information to the publicly available AIs. When it comes to organization that I was talking about in my previous answer, I have my company provided AI, which is like a kind of a in-house or kind of a contract agreement between the AI models and the company that they already have. So whatever that I'm sharing, it's between a contract, so it's not gonna be go in public. But apart from the work, the publicly available AIs, the public available models, right? You are right. You should not be sharing any sensitive or like subjected information to that. Instead, you should ask your or refine your question in a way by explaining a situation and then get the answer out of it. You cannot share any kind of like confidential information with the AI, because each AI model, especially the publicly available AI model, will use your information for future research or future manipulation purpose, for the future results, and it will be stored in their data center, and that will be served for future. I mean, they will keep that data how long? Maybe they will put a disclaimer like, we will keep this data for another 30 days. If you do incognito, right? There is incognito mode if you haven't tried it, like how we do it in Google browser and other browsers. Like incognito mode will help you to avoid using your information to use to train that AI models. But still, that is also not guaranteed, right? Because we are using the free version of it. If you are paying something, you can ask for some protected version for sure. But if you are using a free version of it, you shouldn't be sharing those confidential information, because those details are going to again train this AI models. That's how you have to refine your question in a way, like, you should not ask this question straight away, like how you have a genuine problem with you, excuse me, and you want to find a solution for that, right? You shouldn't be asking exact the same question. Instead, you have to refine in a way, and in a situation like how you can offer a solution for these kind of problems. You have to put in a way like you're asking multiple questions at a time, so that you will know what the AI is thinking behind the screen, and you can refine from that answer. If you are particularly using a publicly deployed AI, but if you have some paid version, you can ask for you can ask for some protected version where you can share your information, but you still get the guarantee that they will not be used for future purpose.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the response. It's clear and clearer now.
All right, thank you so much, Samina, for that clarification. So as we come to the end of today's ICT Career Talk, I'd like to sincerely thank our speakers for sharing their valuable insights and experiences. Thank you everyone who joined us and participated in today's section. We hope you have gained practical knowledge and fresh perspective on thriving in the AI era. If you haven't already, please take a moment to complete the feedback form that was dropped on the chat, so as that can help us improve in our future events. On behalf of Bincom Dev Center, thank you once again for being part of this edition of ICT Career Talk. We look forward to seeing you at our next edition. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.
Thank you so much, Bincom, for this wonderful opportunity, and I really enjoyed the session. Hope you had I have made some kind of knowledge transfer to you all guys. Feel free to get in touch with me. I will share my LinkedIn profile here in the chat. Ask any questions whenever you have, and I've been open to mentoring also. Please ping me, and thank you so much again for this opportunity, Gloria. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome, Janina.
You're welcome. Thank you.